Yeah, that one's a lot better. It's a lot less acidic. It does not taste like what I'd imagine like garbage juice to taste like.
This one tastes...
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. We're super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit the red subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell because we're on the road to 50K. And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Like 90% of the coffee that's consumed is bad coffee.
Yeah. Oh my. Ain't coffee a bean?
Yeah, coffee beans.
I don't really love it, which is the nice way of saying I hate it.
I guess it's what they put in the coffee and make it bad coffee.
Okay, bad.
I guess.
Somebody say we drink sugar water, y'all.
So my favorite cup of coffee is from the street cart right outside of my apartment. I mean, we all have our go-to spots for a good cup of coffee, whether it's because it's cheapest, fastest, or we just like the taste the best.
My go-to spot for coffee is a independent place with like $4 cold brew.
Probably Starbucks, just because I live in New York and there's one on almost every block.
Starbucks closest to the office.
Starbucks.
Opinions aside, it got me wondering, what makes an objectively good cup of coffee?
Objectively speaking, a good cup of coffee is sourced well, roasted well, and has a balanced flavor. A bad cup of coffee is the opposite. It's the opposite of everything I just said, right? The majority of people that drink coffee drink bad coffee. The percentage of people that drink good coffee is under 10%.
And that's because Americans never really drank good coffee in the first place.
Uh-oh. I would like to go to like a coffee tasting, like how they got a winery. I want to go to a coffee tasting.
They have it. We're gonna go.
You should go.
But I was fascinated with coffee at a young age. I'm trying to think if Starbucks is out. Yeah, I don't know if Starbucks is out, but you know, like with my grandparents. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Nah, we didn't.
When was Starbucks created? It's just we grew up in Starbucks everywhere.
Right. Literally.
So like around 5 or 6, I'll see my grandparents drinking coffee in the morning, and I'll go to steal some of their sips of coffee. And I think I liked it more because of the creamer that they would put in it. But you know, after we had our third baby, I need coffee to survive my day. Yeah. And so all I really know is Starbucks because to me it tastes good.
Yeah, I remember waking up in the morning seeing my mom drink coffee all the time, and she would always have her coffee black. And I would drink it, and I'd be like, ugh. I said, like, and I'm young, you know what I'm saying? So I want all the sweet stuff in there just like that, you know what I'm saying? But more into my life when I got older, like, I'm not looking at black coffee like, because I gotta have it.
Yeah, we don't care how it tastes.
Now I know.
If we need to be up, we drinking it straight. No
now I understand.
No nothing.
We understand.
Yeah.
So we are doing a taste test, and there are 3 levels of quality, which are low, medium, and high. We are basically going to smell the grounds, drink the coffee, and then compare. Let's see who can pick out the good coffee and who's been conditioned to like bad coffee.
The little teacups.
Wow, it's like someone put a piece of charcoal in water and said, "Here, there you go."
That's probably the high quality.
So this one just tastes like acrid and bitter and burnt.
It's very watery. It doesn't go down smooth. It's sort of a sharp taste.
I don't want to finish drinking this small amount, let alone a whole cup that's not like drowned out with milk and sugar.
I can't. That tastes worse and worse and worse. Did I like that at one point?
Ultimately, while most people think coffee is subjective, it is not. It either is or it isn't.
Like restaurants in New York City have a set grading system, coffee has its own grading system as well. All coffee is graded by certified Q graders, who are certified by the Coffee Quality Institute. They had to take the equivalent of the bar exam for coffee and analyze coffee through a process called cupping.
It is based on a number of components.
I don't know the call, but I know what you're talking about though.
Those components
That's
are
what they
all
call sommeliers?
graded And
I'm
if a
pronouncing it wrong,
coffee
but,
scores
yeah.
an 80 or above, it is considered a specialty grade coffee. There's a line that happens at specialty, and anything that falls below it, it's so bad, right? It tastes so bad. The majority of franchises serve below specialty grade coffee.
Yeah, that one's a lot better. It's a lot less acidic. It does not taste like what I'd imagine like garbage juice to taste like.
This one tastes a little more watered down, I think.
I hate it less. The aftertaste's kind of nice. It's definitely way better than that was. This is okay.
For right now, people are
People just don't like the strong. We use the sugar.
and they have
Like,
absolutely
Yeah,
use
the
sugar.
bitter
idea
taste.
how bad it is.
And it has a lot to do with marketing. 100% Arabica beans sounds like it's promising a really good cup of coffee, when really it's just promising not to be the absolute worst.
The language that people use,
Have words, right? Like bold and dark. Well, who's using that? Who's using those words? It's not us. We're not using those words. We become so accustomed to this language that we don't know anything else.
Until the Boston Tea Party.
So
in
are we
17
going off of like I don't know if this is falling in the same bracket, but are we going off of taste or the quality and the richness of the bean itself?
I think the quality and richness of the beans.
So we have so many different sorts of beans of coffee beans, like,
Right. So
Oh.
we judge it by the taste.
There's not enough
We
creamer
need
in here.
some sugar in
Put
here.
more sugar in there.
1973, America was a tea country. But during the American Revolution, a large number of Americans switched to coffee because tea had become unpatriotic. Fast forward to the 1900s when it really started to become popular. Instant coffee started making the rounds during World War I. American soldiers were drinking the coffee daily to increase mental awareness and mobility during battle, and they needed something to make quickly in the field. This instant fix became addicting, and when soldiers went home, they wanted something familiar and tasty. But as we all know, instant coffee isn't exactly high-quality coffee.
Honey, your coffee just doesn't taste any good.
If I tell you
Golly.
that this is a delicious cup of coffee, and you taste it, you don't know any better that it's a delicious cup of coffee. You're going to go, oh, interesting. But then you have a feeling to it, right? And so we become accustomed to the warmth of it, to the caffeine high that we get from it. And we can become conditioned to that.
So this wave of instant coffee that entered the homes of millions across America was known as the first wave of coffee. The second wave of coffee came with the creation of Starbucks coffee in 1971.
Oh.
They introduced fresh roasted
Where we
coffee
was?
beans to
I
mass public.
still don't remember no Starbucks.
I don't remember Starbucks when we was younger. I don't.
Man, McDonald's always been a thing, but never no Starbucks. I've
I
never
don't
seen
remember
Starbucks.
Our parents did not go to no Starbucks when we were younger.
I seen Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin'
But
Donuts.
I've never seen
I remember,
Starbucks.
like, them buying coffee from stores, but never Starbucks.
Yeah, now we gotta go back and ask them questions.
I don't think I started seeing Starbucks really until I was like,
I think out of high school, to be honest with you.
no, I saw it in high school.
I ain't paid no money. I wasn't a
Did
coffee
I?
drinker like that. I don't think I saw Starbucks like talking about. I probably seen
High
it.
school. High school is when I had my first Starbucks drink. And that wasn't coffee. That was a vanilla bean.
Oh, it was high school. Yeah. You sure was
Yeah.
right. Yep. Vanilla bean was the
It
go.
started to change the public's expectations when it came to coffee. According to today's standards, Starbucks doesn't have the absolute best cup of coffee. But at the time, this was the best coffee that was accessible to the mass public.
And they gonna drink it.
Starbucks cemented America's coffee drinking culture and paved the way for the modern specialty coffee industry to exist today. Which leads us to the third wave of coffee shops that are happening today. Smaller, independently owned specialty coffee shops are on the rise. From harvesting and roasting to the cup that's handed to you at the counter, these shops and roasters are paying special attention to the product that's being delivered.
Okay.
This one tastes kind of like a little bit of the acrid one, a little bit of the balanced one, so maybe it's the Goldilocks one. I don't know.
Is this the same one as the first one? No.
This one tastes the most like water, which means I like it the most.
Oh
I think
my.
this one tastes the best. that mean this is the right one? Am I right? Oh, I am right. All right, that's awesome.
Lowest, middle, highest.
Second best, worst.
Best, medium, worst. Oh, I drank it all.
1, 2.
Somebody actually got it right.
Liking this one the most.
She got it right too.
Wow.
So-
I liked the best coffee.
Tasting
What a
like
sophisticated
water.
palate I have. Because all I drink is water.
So,
up.
are you familiar with the last conversation we had when I had a coffee?
Yeah.
And I was like, babe, this tastes a little watered down.
So the watered down coffee is the best coffee?
And it was actually made from a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? We had coffees that was like strong,
Oh,
concentrated. But this coffee we just recently had, I recently had, it wasn't that concentrated or nothing. It was like loose.
Mm-hmm.
And it did its job, but at the same time, it wasn't crazy. Like,
Right.
it was watered
So
down.
good coffee shouldn't have a bitter taste, right?
That's what they said.
Because I thought it was opposite.
We're going to let the commenters tell it, you know,
Yeah.
our beautiful people. So you guys drop it in the comment section. Let us know what y'all think on this conversation.
This was worst.
When people drink a cup of coffee, they're not thinking, wow, the aroma, like they're not focusing on those components of the coffee. They're focusing on whether or not they can actually drink the cup of coffee.
Oh, so I was
Definitely.
wrong
What they do is
earlier.
they add milk and they add
Child, we done
sugar
went back and
all
forth.
these other things to make it taste like what they believe coffee is supposed to taste like.
So it's not the bean.
From the wars to Starbucks,
the
we've been
actual-
No, it
conditioned to
is.
believe that the vast majority of coffee is good. But it's objectively not. For me, I'm okay with that because street cart coffee hits the spot. But for others, it might not be the case.
So coffee isn't supposed to have that bitter taste.
Y'all, we've been
Maybe
making it
so.
wrong.
We
all
done
this.
got confused all throughout the video.
So he said that is also based on the taste, like how you make it. So they grind it down, it's going to be ground down regardless.
Right.
But once you start to fill it up with the liquids and the milks and the sugars and stuff, then it's hot. I guess that's what make good coffee.
No, they say you shouldn't want to.
Oh, he
Lord,
said you
I
shouldn't want
forgot.
to. We don't know. We don't
We
know.
still don't know what good coffee is.
We're just
I
going to
guess.
make one and see how that one, make it water, see what happens. I guess.
Yeah. I guess we'll see when we travel
Yeah.
to France.
All right, we're going to just travel to France and y'all can make it for us.
Yes. We hope you all enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way. And our join feature to become a VIP member is now enabled. Our mailing
Check
address
it
is in
out.
the description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.